All right, howdy folks on Conscious Mosaic, and we are here, as has been promised for the last couple of videos, to discuss the Batman mythos, and that's live action movies, animated movies, comics, games, whatever we want to bring up that's Batman related. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our panel real quick. This is G. Pearl Kilgore.
Hi.
Do you want to talk about any of your writing or anything?
I'm a writer, obviously. I write speculative fiction, and I kind of got my start writing with Batman. 1989 inspired me to
Nice.
start into fan fiction, which led into writing my own stories.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's fantastic. Yeah. Awesome. This is Alex McVey. You've already seen Alex. Yeah, he did an interview about The Fallen. Do you want to talk any about your writing or anything, Alex?
In the final editing phase of my forthcoming novel. So
awesome. And give us the title.
It's Three Ravens Proud.
All right. Dakota Reynolds, do you want to talk about any of your writing, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an aspiring writer. I haven't actually been able to get the motivation to actually sit down and finish anything I've started, but I definitely really one day want to publish some work and stuff. And social media, I'm not really active on social media, mostly a lurker. So
all right. This is Addie Kilgore.
Hi.
Anything projects you want to talk about?
I have too many projects. That's the problem.
That's the issue with me too.
Yeah.
And Malachi Simpson.
Hi.
Hey. How many projects you want to talk about?
Like Dakota here. I'm also an aspiring writer. I'm also an aspiring writer, and I have a whole lot of other projects to work on.
Nice.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at the VGJedi _Malachi. That's the name of my Instagram account. And you can also find me on YouTube at VGJedi. I haven't posted a whole lot of stuff there, but we'll see if that changes in the future.
All right.
So.
And I will be putting links up, so if you don't see them right here, you'll see them down in the description. And did you want to talk about your YouTube channel?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm not in my pixel form, so no.
No worries. And I'm Ing Venning, as you probably already know from the channel, and I've got multiple projects. There'll be a link to my website below and maybe up here somewhere, who knows. So we are discussing Batman today, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first off, I want to ask just some kind of quick questions about favorites. So let's start by kind of asking everybody, what are the Batman media that you know the best? Movies, live action, animated, series, live action or animated, comics, games, toys, as well as what your favorite maybe series or actors or anything are. So I'm gonna start over here.
I'm more into the movies because that's kind of what got me into it as a kid, and that's what I've seen the most of. Actors, oh gosh, it's a toss-up. I'd say between Christian Bale and Michael Keaton, because I like both of them.
Nice.
Yeah. So what was the other question? I'm sorry.
We'll go through and do the other ones in a minute, yeah.
I would say I'm most familiar with the animated series from Batman, the animated series in the 90s. Growing up with that was childhood. And going on through Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And Batman Beyond, of course.
Nice.
My first introduction into the Batman mythos was actually the Arkham games. I loved them when I first played them. Arkham City remains to this day one of my favorite games of all time. But since I have played the games and gotten more into Batman as a franchise, I have actually come to read the comics a lot more, and so I'm much more familiar with the comics. And so video games and comics really where my strengths lie.
Addie?
For me, mainly Batman Brave and the Bold, which was on Cartoon Network for a bit, and then what introduced me to Batman was the Christian Bale movies.
Nice.
It's a little bit of a mystery to me, but the first time I remember like getting into Batman was with the 2 VHS tapes of Batman the animated series my family had, and also of course Batman Beyond when it was on Netflix, which I love to this day, and so yeah, I'm more familiar with the animated series, but I also have the Arkham Asylum game on the PlayStation 3, so it's kind of a little bit of a toss up for me.
So I got interested in Batman through the animated series from the 90s, and then later went back and watched that one with my son. I did also like the Burton movies, and I also like the Bale movies a lot, and probably Bale or Conroy are my favorite Batmen. So yeah. There'll be space at the end of that, but okay. Okay, so what are some of your favorite Bat gadgets and Bat accessories?
The Batmobile. I've always wanted that car. It's just the coolest car. I mean, if you can use a remote and say, "Hey, come here, Bat car," or Batmobile. And then the plane. I always liked the plane.
Yeah.
I would have to say Dick Grayson's motorcycle.
Oh, that's a good one. Good choice.
I could go with the meme answer and say the shark repellent from the But I'm actually going to go with just like a classic here, the grappling hook. Just maneuverability options there. I've always wanted a grappling hook like his.
Yeah. Nice.
For me, it'd have to be the tumbler from the Christian Bale. I'm sorry. Like the first movie, it's introducing it's jumping from the rooftops. The second one, he fires a motorcycle out of it, and then he turned. Well, wait, no, got the Batjet later. It looks, frankly, the Batjet in that one is fugly. And other accessories, probably the grappling hook and his wingsuit, because it's once as it touches the air, it's like. Wah!
Yeah. It makes him look like a dark angel too.
Yeah, it scares the crap out of people in the first movie.
Right.
It would be scary. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
And that's how you in that first the 1989 movie, you first see him like with the
the wings
cape
up.
and
Whoa.
up.
Whoa.
It goes like the angel metaphor,
Also,
dark angel metaphor.
his body armor from the second movie, it's more modular and less bulky and tanky.
Yep.
That's not the one with nipples, is it?
No, that's later. That's a different one.
Speaking of,
Sorry, I just had to mention the nipples.
It has big pecs. Yes.
Can I change my answer for best tool now?
Pass it out of those or something.
are none of us going to mention the Bat credit card?
It's behind everything.
Although I want that card.
Favorite gadgets?
Oh my god. It would have to be Dick Grayson's bike, because seeing it from the two-parter from the Batman animated series where we get to like experience Dick Grayson's backstory, and Dick has to find the guy that killed his parents, and it's just so cool.
Awesome. I would probably have to say all the different like smoke bombs and basically Batman's chemistry set. And we all know, when you said Batman's tool, exactly what I thought. I need to help him keep it from getting rusty, because he's not always a sexual.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh
Next
my
question
God.
here. Oh. All right. So, what are y'all's favorite allies, Batman's allies, and villains in the Batman? And sometimes you don't always know the difference, but what are some of your favorites? You want to start, Pearl?
I'm gonna say my favorite ally is Alfred.
Ah, that's a good one. And I have to. I'm brought in mind of Justice League Dark, where I think it's Orchid, but somebody's asking Batman, like, what, like, you know, she senses you have all this darkness and all this pain in your life, right? And his answer is, you know, and she's like, how do you cope with it? And his answer is, I have a butler.
Yeah. Yeah, because Alfred is like his compass.
Yeah.
I mean, he helped raise him. Basically, he's like his dad, and he's his North Star. It keeps him on that path, not falling over the edge into being a total villain. And so I think Alfred, he'd be lost without him. And,
yeah, that makes sense.
So favorite villain, it's kind of an ally too. I'm gonna go with Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in both categories.
I'm thinking mostly with like, sorry, help me with the name here. The last movie, the Christopher Nolan movie.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, where at the last one when she really becomes his ally.
Yeah.
You know, she was a villain at first and then becomes an ally.
Yeah, that's a good one. Alex?
Favorite ally would have to be the main group of 7 on the Justice League.
Yeah.
Mostly the whole Clark, Diana, Bruce triumvirate. And of course Alfred. Alfred goes without saying, we are the Alfred fan club.
Yeah, love Alfred.
Yeah.
Favorite villain would have to be the animated series 90s Catwoman, Selena Kyle.
Good choice.
So, my favorite ally, by far and away, Barbara Gordon is Batgirl. Love her so much.
Yeah.
Sexy librarian, you know. And especially like, I think there are a lot of valid criticisms against the way her character was treated in The Killing Joke, and like frankly like sexist undertones to like the way like her whole injury at the Joker's hands was handled. But I think after that happened, it was a very powerful thing to have a disabled person be part of a superhero team. You know, it's like showing that like you can be in a wheelchair and still be a superhero. And so I think that was really important. Villain, I'm going to go with Mr. Freeze. I think Mr. Freeze is one of the best ambiguous villains because he robs and he steals and everything, but it is all in an effort to save his wife, and I really like that dynamic of it's like he might do what like Batman and society deems a bad thing, but he's doing it for a good reason.
Favorite ally, I'd have to say from the animated series, the one he mainly teamed up with, Green Arrow.
Sure.
And not the Green Arrow. And villain, that's a hard one because there's so many good ones. Probably the Joker from the Dark Knight. I like
Malachi?
Favorite ally is a really tough one for me. Since I don't. I'm just gonna go with Alfred in this one. And favorite villain. I'm gonna go with the animated series Joker. Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah. So I mean, ally. I love how he. The interaction between Batman and Justice League members. I especially love in Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, and Apocalypse. I love the interplay there. But Justice League in general, with Alfred. And quick interesting fact about Alfred, I can't remember which animated movie this is, but Alfred mentions that many years ago he played Falstaff, which I thought was a hilariously inappropriate character for him to play. And as far as villains, Joker, I love the Batman Joker, the "you made me" sort of dynamic, which I'll probably talk about later.
Yes.
And I also love Scarecrow because there's been, I've dealt with panic attacks a lot in my life and anxiety and stuff, and that's a character that kind of puts me in mind of how I deal with anxiety and how people deal with fear in general. So I'd have to go with those. Yeah. All right, one more kind of quick answer question. If you have any, what are some of your favorite Batman like jokes or parodies? Pearl?
I love the ambiguously gay duo on SNL.
Yes.
It's so hilarious, and everything that they could never say in the Batman universe, SNL says it.
Right,
And it's hilarious. And I also like the meme of Batman slapping Robin, where you can just put any line to it.
Yes, you can.
And it always makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alex?
The slapping Robin meme and the ambiguously gay duo for favorite parody, but as far as my own personal favorite other meme, it would have to be the holy insert thing here, Batman.
Yes.
I personally love the college humor Batman series. Just the whole Batman might not be as smart as he thinks he is, and the whole I'm going to analyze it with science.
What if Batman was poor, killed me? I would just
that was a great one.
That one was a
That
good
great.
college humor.
Because it's in I think Justice League when somebody asks him, "Well, what's your superpower?" and he says,
I'm
"I'm
Being
rich."
rich.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Addie?
Probably college humor, and I think the Warp Zone also does a few, but I might be mistaken. But the one that was hilarious was the Scarecrow one.
Yes.
Roombas.
Yes. I
Let
laughed
me
so
test
hard.
this out.
I laughed so hard at that.
What do you
one.
see?
Yeah.
Fire! Oh.
Yeah.
Roombas, really?
Ukuleles!
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the college humor, college humor jokes.
I love the college humor skits. I also love the Studio C Batman skits, especially the one where Bane ends up at Batman's surprise party. That one always cracks me up.
And one more, there's the How It Should Have Ended, who does the parody.
Yes.
Where Superman and
yeah.
Batman are sitting in a coffee shop, and he's like,
Yeah.
"You want to know my secret identity?"
Yeah, that's a good way too.
And there's another college humor one where Batman gets broke and he has to
Batman was poor.
He's
Yeah.
an Uber driver.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
Patreon.
And there's a Studio C one where he's in like an Uber or Lyft driver.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
a couple of those, and those are funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Alright.
good ones.